Cronos holders, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. Let's get right in today's update and see what's happening with the price and go over some of the news, of course. Appreciate all the love that you guys are showing. Obviously, continue to do so, and you got the daily updates on Cronos. So, Trump Media and Technology Corp, operator of the social media platform Truth Social, the streaming platform, and the fintech brand TruthFi, announced today it has closed its recently announced purchase agreement with Crypto.com, and that is, of course, of Cronos tokens, which is about 2% of the current circulation of the Cronos supply. So Trump Media will secure its CRO with Crypto.com custody, Crypto.com's institutional grade custody offering, which will enable Trump Media to stake it for additional revenue generation. The Trump Media shares and CRO tokens exchanged in the deal will both be subject to a lockup period. Very, very interesting. Meaning that 2% of the supply, current supply, is going to be staked. So, Trump Media CEO Chairman Devin says, Trump Media is pleased to close this agreement and quickly begin to fulfill our strategic partnership with Crypto.com. We're convinced that CRO has a tremendous potential to spread widely as a versatile utility token and a superior form of safe, fast payment and money transfer. And we're excited to add this innovative asset to our balance sheet. Keep that in mind, balance sheet. Crypto.com co-founder says, this is the first of many steps to driving utility and value for CRO and Cronos blockchain. We are proud to provide support to Trump Media with our best-in-class custody solution and generate additional value through CRO's staking model. And the strategic partnership, of course, follows the separate announcement of a newly formed entity, which is labeled as Trump Media Group CRO Strategy Inc., which, of course, is going to be a digital asset treasury company focused on the acquisition of the CRO tokens. Big stuff here, of course, but let's take a look at what's happening with Cronos today and what we could be expecting going into Saturday morning. So the broader market has seen a little bit of a retracement, as we can see across the board, and that is thanks to Bitcoin. The price of Cronos still holding at 27 cents. It's actually up in pretty much all three comparatives. So that is due to the fact that this has been officially announced. This deal has been made today. The market cap $9.1 billion in the 24-hour trading volume at about 132.8 million. As always, just a quick disclaimer, anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So as far as the dominance index is concerned, we're sitting at 58.65%, pretty much ranging as where we were yesterday. So not much has changed on that. BTC, on the other hand, ignore this. This is from my previous update, pretty much just highlighting, how important the 115K key range is. Until then, obviously the chances of us to come down to these levels are still in play, and it's pretty much showing time and time out how important that level really is. But I did indicate in my last two updates that, the price of Bitcoin is in an upwards trajectory. So as far as, credit goes, we can kind of give Bitcoin that credit itself that, we are in this upward trajectory, believe it or not, since retesting, at the 23.6 FIB support line. But obviously we're in a weekend. On the weekends, more manipulation than usual due to the fact that CME futures are closed. So that's something we want to keep in mind. But with CRO token right now, let's take a look at the hourly time frame. So as far as the hourly time frame is concerned, you're starting to notice a nice consolidation pattern forming. Pretty much, I would say, since September the 2nd, we're pretty much ranging around this level, not retesting the likes of the September 2nd low, which is a very, very good sign here. So far, so good. But we're getting rejected at that range around 27.4 cents. Retested that several different times, but you got to take it, guys. As of now, like I said, we cannot forget. I know people have forgotten this. From July 8th, Cronos is still up 235%, and that's after about a 30% pullback from where we are right now. It's holding really nicely, and I think the next breakout will happen once Bitcoin kind of stabilizes itself. That's very important to note. I think if Bitcoin goes up to 115,000 and obviously, closes above that key range, dominance pushes back down to the likes of 57.8%, because a lot of people have already forgotten dominance was sitting at in August lows at 57.5%. Since then, we have seen, quite a, jump since then. Nothing crazy, but it is worthwhile noting because Bitcoin also is not exactly where it was at that level. So keeping those things in mind, if Bitcoin is able to reclaim back to those levels, I am anticipating, not, I don't know why we got into this. Let's go back to Cronos. I am anticipating this next wave, to play out, after, these things happen. Obviously, the FOMC meeting coming up next Wednesday. Not this upcoming Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, the one after that. And that has a lot of people kind of, anticipating that. And I think, Cronos, with the way it's currently holding, remember, it needs to find a ground for itself, and it's starting to do that. Believe it or not, it is starting to do that, it's starting to consolidate. That's what you want to see happening. Of course, the bullish scenario would be if we're able to consolidate above the 31.2 cents, but we'll take this as well. The fact that, breaking into this 78.6, since then it has pretty much maintained its price within that key range, which is a good thing in my opinion. We're going to take it one step at a time, of course. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. What are your personal projections on Cronos? Love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for all the love. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.